What's up everybody, it is Colin here, and in this video we're doing a live Q&A session in the Facebook group right now. To my left I have a second screen where I'm streaming, and of course we have a newsfeed full of questions where we're going to answer. But first of all, I have the Debrew YouTube channel here, and what I would kindly ask you to do is to subscribe to basically the second channel. Debrew is my company, so we're pushing out a lot of CPA content on there. You see pretty cool content, and of course I have my own channel. But enough with the talking, let's get on with the show. So John just asked, and I already answered, do you specialize only in CPA marketing? Yes, I only specialize in CPA marketing when it comes down to teaching. Of course, I have 5 other companies with a lot of online marketing, digital marketing stuff going on. Anything from email marketing and chatbots, webinars, all kinds of other stuff you've never seen me do. Obviously, I also know about, but the teaching part, we only teach CPA marketing, and especially like affiliate marketing, right? When you start a CPA marketing business, how fast should you scale once you know you have a profitable offer? Well, if it wouldn't die, like I would scale as soon as possible, of course. Like take that money, because you never know how long it's gonna last. Calculate your cash flow accordingly, so make sure you have enough cash. Always leave like 5% in the bank for like a risk security. But yeah, scale those bitches. Just calculate how many days you have to wait until you get paid by the network, right, or advertiser. Would like to know your experience about 65 plus, about their buying behavior, because I'm trying to get their emails by giving lead magnet for Clickbank. I'm not a fan of list building for Clickbank. I know a lot of people teaching that shit. I have to look into it more because it must work if so many people are doing it. And that's why I wish I was doing it, but I'm not, because it's just taking too much time, like going into, instead of going for the straight sale, real performance marketing, go into list building. But I would say 65 plus with emails, it might be a little bit too old of an audience, perhaps. What are the main networks you work with? Big Bang Ads, Yap Ads, Creative Clicks, Lead Exchange, Advidi, Gotcha of course, Gotcha, my bros from Gotcha. Affiliates, yep, there's like a good list. Best way to promote offers for beginners, take my free 3-step training in the Facebook group, 100% free when you join. When you're starting a new campaign, and what's your testing budget? That's a good question. But my testing budget is very different than your testing budget, because everything I launch, almost 90% I launch is profitable when I'm doing sweepstakes. I only launch in the US, usually 500 a day to begin with. But as a beginner, follow the 3-day rule. We're all on a different level, and the 3-day rule will help you out by getting the most amount of knowledge for the least amount of investment. 500 companies, I said 5 companies. Yes. All right, so Kenneth has a good question. Keep those questions coming, because I'm already at the last question. Is it best to scale slowly by 20% or ramp it up higher, like 100% till it dies? Well, it depends. How much cash do you have? How much other campaigns do you have? Is it a fresh ad account or no? What else? How much risk would you like? It depends on several things. So I always like to take it slow. I feel there's no need to rush things. As soon as you rush things, obviously, sometimes there are hurdles. Yeah, and that's I like slow and steady. I mean, if you want to milk it, if you want to scale as fast as possible, yeah, scale 100%, 200% until it dies. But what you'll notice is the data will fluctuate, obviously. That's usually the annoying part. With a seasoned pixel, it's a little bit less, but yeah, I like to go slowly, like 20%. That's good. That's good. Why is your budget different than mine? Well, as this is a group for affiliate for beginners, I assume most people are not at my level. Hey, John, if you are, you sound like a cocky asshole, but if you are, congratulations, bro. I appreciate your success. I respect you. But yeah, your comments are a little bit weird in this live video so far. What is CBO strategy? Campaign budget optimization. If you want a whole strategy, I could talk about that for hours. But if you want to know what it means, that's it. But yeah, so going back to Ruben, John is actually your name. This is a group for beginners, so I always assume I get like 50 questions a day. No disrespect, right? I said cocky asshole, but I didn't mean it that way. I just said like sporadically. What I was saying was, why is the budget different than mine? I can spend 500,000 a month on ads if I wanted to, but I'm not. And looking at the CPA marketing industry, that's probably in the top 0.1% of affiliate marketers which have that kind of budget. That's why I was saying that. See, I can be nice. A lot of people message me like, oh man, you're rude as fuck. And I'm like, yes, most of the time I am super rude, but I can also say nice things. Okay, what are the critical pieces of data that I should look at to determine in Facebook if an offer is good or not? Click-through rate, because click-through rate percentage will determine, based on the CPM, the CPC. And that's the front end part. So CTR, CPM, CPC. Based on the CPC, we move to the funnel, landing page click-through rate, important, and then of course the offer conversion rate. Those are basically the 5 elements you need to look at. But what you control, landing page click-through rate, ad click-through rate percentage, landing page click-through rate percentage, and the conversion rate. You can both influence these three variables. Free traffic is very hard to get. Yes, probably. I don't do any free traffic except what I'm teaching on YouTube, and I push these people into my Facebook group to help them for free because I'm nice sometimes. What should we landing page views or conversion or engagement? Traffic, landing page views. I feel like there are a lot of questions today of people who haven't taken the free 3-step training. If you haven't, then please do, because 1, it's free, and 2, I'm not spamming you with emails, nothing like that at all. It's just completely free. Then, what was I? 1, 2, 3. Number 3 is that all these questions are answered in there. Like, it's only like 5 videos with tons of information. Colin, can you select some potential sweep offers on Max Bounty and create a case study, and would be better if you showed these results as well? No, mate, I'm not going to build campaigns for you. I think you're looking for the wrong things. Just get started, try things, follow the 3-step training, and test until you succeed. There's no reason for me to select offers, build them into a case study, run them. Basically, you want me to show you how it's done. Then obviously you would need a mentor to show you, and that's not what we're doing here. What are the best geos for beginners with CPA? Low-hanging fruit. New Zealand, Belgium, Italy, France, Spain. Anything usually where you have to translate because motherfuckers lazy, don't want to translate. And then anything where you can get cheap clicks. Italy, France, 2 of my favorite geos. Spain can be a little bit tricky. Some offers are really going well, some are not. New Zealand, very easy conversions, but very small audience. Finland, very high conversion rates, but expensive traffic. So I would say France, Italy, yeah, for sure. Tons of volume, good EPCs, yeah, go for it. What traffic source are you using the most? Facebook ads, Instagram story ads, my favorite. Why people sell courses if they make a lot of money? That's a good question. I know you're fucking because you've been posting retarded comments all the time and I skip half of them. But actually an interesting comment because 1, the most important thing, it's easy fucking money. That's the most important thing. 2, they actually honestly want to help other people. And 3, you can never have enough money. So even if I make like $1 million profit with doing my own media buying, if I can make another $1 million with selling courses or masterminds, then I will do that 100%. And I don't give a fuck about your opinion. And you can call me a guru. I don't care. Because after this live feed, apparently I cannot ban you right now. I will ban you for sure from this group. So bye-bye. Am I only doing sweepstakes? I feel like there's a little bit of a negative vibe going on here. Please get those positive questions coming. Let me just see who posted good questions. Kenneth, shout out to you. Will, shout out. Justin, and maybe even John. You guys had the good questions. Am I only doing sweepstakes? Yes, mainly sweepstakes. I recorded a couple of videos today talking about some other shit. We're moving into insurance. But I'm getting more people on board, right? My team is growing, so we have more time to develop other things. running push, life insurance, health insurance, car insurance, that kind of stuff. Cash on delivery, e-com, white hat. We're basically moving into the white hat. Like, I'm still interested in the black hat, just because it's interesting, but it's not necessarily something I would want to run. That would be something I would want to teach, but not necessarily run. The white hat stuff, I really feel that that's like the long-term thing. Long-term thing in CPA marketing. Hey Colin, I'm having an offer. Good for you. How many times do you say fuck in a 5-minute conversation? A lot of fucking times. I have an offer that passed a 3-day test with 14 conversions in the tracking lead event with the Facebook pixel. Okay. What's your feedback about quiz leads? If you mean bridge pages that are quizzes, then yes, very good. If you mean a tool or a network, I don't know what it is. I don't know it. What's your main traffic tracking tool? Good question, John. It's volume. So what you see here, volume, because that's what we use at Dabaroo, volume. I'm using ClickMagick. Is it good? No, not for CPA. It can help in the beginning. It's not like a shit tool or anything. It will do the job, but it's not made for CPA marketing. Volume is. Second day was 35%. You should squeeze all your comments into one piece of text because people are going in between and it's kind of disturbing. Annoying to read. I can't get this thing to give me constant result. Day 1 was 45%, second day 35%, the next 2 days was a loss. Well, that's the thing. You need to wait to stabilize the data. So if it passed the 3-day rule and it's like not stable, then let it run for another 3 days just to ensure that it will rather take small profits than trying to scale and force it, and make it unprofitable. Do I can start with pay-per-call offers because I think it's easy to use Google Ads? You can if you want. I've never done pay-per-call. Do you think beginners in CPA should use a tracker? Yes. If you don't track, you don't know what you're doing. What would you recommend on an ad that makes money or breaks even some days and other days it loses? Kill campaign or try to optimize it? I would optimize it because if it sometimes makes money, then it should be able to make money every day. But you already know it's not going to be a big winner. So you might, if you're still testing and you're still launching a lot of campaigns every day, you might want to focus on trying to make other offers work instead of trying to try that bird with half a wing, try to make it fly, because probably even if it flies, it's not going to last long. Those are like the things I always look for. If it's like an offer with a large audience size, then it might be very interesting to have, for instance, look at it together, Dean, on a student campaign review, for example. What do you think about Bing ads? Good traffic source, low volume though, so it's not going to make you thousands a day probably. Is it okay to cloak? I don't cloak on Facebook, so I'm not the right person to ask. Adplexity or ad sector? I actually don't use any spy tools, John. Not at all. Never have. Nope. Surprises a lot of affiliates actually that I've never used any spy tools. It's not my thing. I posted it in the mastermind group today, or was it in this group? The thing with spy tools is if you start to be dependent on spy tools, if you rely on them, then your competitive advantage is gone. The affiliate marketer that succeeds is the one who can make his own angles, find his own images. If you take angles or inspiration from a spy tool, you're always walking behind the person who's making the money because you just copy paste things. Don't get me wrong, you can still make money, but you're never living up to your full potential. And I don't think that's a skill you want to have to be able to copy paste. If you get 0.1% or maybe 1% of your inspiration from a spy tool, then it's good, then use it. I think my guys, they used the Adplexity push thing when they were running push to get started with push, to get some examples. They did Adplexity, Adplexity. Sir, Facebook has closed my account. That's too bad. You need to join the mastermind if you want information on that, or join www.afkforum.com. We have a guide to unlimited ad accounts. I'm afraid to lose all my money. What should I do? I have less than 2K. If you're afraid, then don't start a business. Get a job. Find your security. This offer gives me 50% profit on the first day and a second day, but it always dies out. Then run it for 2 days and then create a new campaign. Rinse and repeat. How many Bitcoin do you have? 0. No, actually I do, but it doesn't concern you or it doesn't concern CPA marketing. As a beginner, I am focusing on push notifications. Am I doing it right? Do you suggest to add native or in-app? Always focus on mastering one traffic source. So whatever you choose, I wouldn't recommend native for a beginner. But if you choose push, then make sure you master it before you move on to something else. Yes, John. John says very surprising. I think that's about the spy tools. I felt like they never really helped me either. It's something that I can feel like spy tools, they help inexperienced affiliates get inspiration. But what happens is they don't use it as an inspiration tool. They use it as a copy paste tool. They're just gonna copy paste specific campaigns. And in my April mastermind, I had somebody who was doing that. What are you doing? Like $800 a month in profit. Good on you, but to run a real business is not enough, you know? You need to develop yourself there. So I agree, John. See, John, we're becoming friends. Sorry for my long question. I was promoting an offer in New Zealand. I passed the 3-day rule and it was profitable. So I duplicated the ad set with the same budget, but the next day the CPC jumped to 28 cents. In both ad sets and conversions dropped as well. I can't understand why exactly. Re-optimization of the pixel would be my first thought. As soon as you increase the budget or create a new ad set, the learning phase resets. Just have to wait it out. The CPC drops. Have to see what happens. All comes down to testing. What type of offers convert well on push? Crypto, Nutra, cash on delivery, and of course my all-time favorite, sweepstakes. CPA build is a good network for beginner. I don't know. Scared money don't make money. 100% agree, Dean. If you're afraid to lose money, then don't do CPA marketing. Don't do any form of business because you're investing in yourself, right? You're gambling on yourself. So if you're not willing to put the bet on yourself, then get a job. Please could you speak about insurance offers? We're going to do actually the insurance offer soon. Not on this channel, not on the Dabru channel. We're actually going to have a new member join the Dabru team who is going to do all type of insurance also for YouTube. So I'm pretty excited about that. How many days, Colin, do you have to wait it out? As long as you can, bro. As long as it's profitable or you're not losing too much money. But if you wait 3 days and it's like 5% ROI, 0%, -5, then the average is 0, so just kill it. You know? If it's average 10%, just wait 3 days, take the average of the 3 days. If it's profitable, let it run. If it's not profitable, kill it. If it's profitable for more than 25%, you can give it a little bump. That's like, you have to play around with it. Any good Asian countries you suggest? Yes. Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong. Am I missing something? South Africa. It's not in Asia, but it belongs, like, it's usually under the APAC offers. Yeah, I think that's it. Why are people asking random questions? What's your age? 26. 26. All right, guys, I think that's everything. I don't see any more questions. 72 comments in total. I think we did about 30 questions. So I hope you all found your answer. If you have another question which is urgent, you can post it now and I will still answer it. But I think a lot of people asked like 4 or 5 questions, so I assume you guys are pretty much done. So I will just do a little promo for the Dabru YouTube channel. I'm almost at 6,000 subscribers, but my company Dabru is at 550 subscribers. So if you search Dabru, it will pop up. If you would like to subscribe, that would be great. Because as you can see, every day or every other day, we're pushing out CPA marketing content. And this is different content than what I'm doing. So I want you to see this so you can learn something. Yeah, and I think we're good, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.